Good morning, friends. Today I want to talk to you about a habit that many of us carry without realizing its weight. It sounds so noble, so virtuous, but it can hold you back from the life you're meant to live. That habit is being too nice. Now, don't misunderstand me. Kindness is a strength. Generosity is a gift. But being too nice, always putting others first, saying yes when you want to say no, avoiding conflict at the cost of your own peace, that's not kindness. Here's the truth. In 2025, you need to stop being too nice. Why? Because this year is calling for a stronger, more confident version of you. The version that's willing to define boundaries. The version that's not afraid to speak up. The version that knows how to stand firm without apology. It's time to stop saying yes to everyone else and start saying yes to yourself. Stop giving your time away so freely to people who don't value it. Stop letting guilt drive your decisions. Your purpose is too important. Your dreams too valuable for you to spend your life as a doormat. The good news is that you can be kind without being a pushover. You can help others without losing yourself. When you set boundaries, you teach the world how to treat you. When you prioritize your self-worth, you show others what confidence looks like. And let me tell you, the power of a well-placed no can change your life. When you say no to distractions, you say yes to focus. When you say no to negativity, you say yes to peace. And when you say no to what's not meant for you, you create space for what is. Friends, 2025 is not the year for people pleasing. It's the year for people growing. It's the year to protect your energy, to guard your heart, and to walk boldly into the future that's waiting for you. So stop being too nice, be kind, be generous, but also be confident, be assertive, be the person who knows their worth and isn't afraid to show it. This is your year to rise higher, live bolder, and love yourself enough to say enough is enough. Let's step into 2025 with strength, courage, and the determination to stop being too nice and start being the person we were always meant to be. Boundaries are not walls meant to keep people out. They are guidelines that protect your peace, energy, and well-being. Think of them as the fences around a garden. You don't build them to isolate yourself, but to safeguard the things you've nurtured. Without boundaries, it's easy for others to trample on your time, misuse your kindness, or even take advantage of your generosity. In 2025, defining boundaries is about understanding your limits and clearly communicating them to the people in your life. It's not selfish, it's necessary. When you fail to set boundaries, you teach others that your needs and priorities are secondary. This can lead to burnout, resentment, and even feelings of unworthiness. Boundaries empower you to reclaim control over your life. They allow you to focus on what truly matters, whether it's pursuing your goals, spending quality time with loved ones, or simply taking care of your mental health. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Setting boundaries ensures that you remain balanced, fulfilled, and able to give your best self to the world. Setting boundaries starts with self-awareness. Take time to reflect on where you feel drained, unappreciated, or overcommitted. Identify the areas in your life that need change and be clear about what you will and won't tolerate. Communicating boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, but clarity is kindness. Use firm yet respectful language, such as, I can't take on this task right now, or I need some time for myself. People who value and respect you will understand. Those who don't, they may not be meant to stay in your inner circle. When you define boundaries, you step into a place of power You stop seeking validation from others and begin to honor your own worth. Boundaries create healthier relationships because they encourage mutual respect and understanding. They also help you maintain focus and energy for the things that truly align with your purpose. The truth is, boundaries are not about keeping others away. They're about inviting the right people closer, those who uplift, respect, and support you. In 2025, defining boundaries will not limit your life. It will set you free. Your self-worth is not determined by what others think of you or how much you can do for them. It is rooted in the undeniable truth that you are enough just as you are. When you prioritize your self-worth, you begin to see yourself as valuable, not because of what you accomplish, but because of who you are. It's about understanding that your needs, feelings, and dreams are just as important as anyone else's. In 2025, it's time to stop measuring your value by external approval and start believing in your inherent worth. When you neglect your self-worth, you end up overcommitting, undervaluing your time, and tolerating behaviors that don't honor your dignity. You might find yourself stuck in one-sided relationships or constantly trying to prove your worth to people who don't appreciate you. This kind of self-neglect drains your energy and leaves you feeling. Prioritizing self-worth means breaking free from the cycle of seeking validation from others and instead focusing on building a relationship with yourself. Prioritizing self-worth starts with self-care and self-respect. Treat yourself as someone deserving of love, patience, and kindness. Make time for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. And don't be afraid to walk away from situations that diminish your value. Practice saying affirmations like, I am worthy, I deserve respect, and I am enough. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and celebrate your strengths. Remember, prioritizing your self-worth is not arrogance. It's about recognizing that you matter too. When you prioritize your self-worth, your entire life changes. You become more confident, assertive, and unafraid to stand up for what you deserve. You stop settling for less and start expecting more. Not just from others, but from yourself. Relationships improve because you attract people who respect and value you. Your goals become clearer because you're no longer distracted by trying to please everyone else. In 2025, prioritizing your self-worth isn't just about living a better life. It's about creating a life where you thrive unapologetically, knowing you are worthy of every good thing. People-pleasing often disguises itself as kindness or selflessness, but at its core, it's a pattern of seeking approval by putting others' needs above your own. It comes from a fear of rejection or a desire to avoid conflict. While wanting to help others is a good trait, constantly sacrificing your own well-being to make others happy is not. People-pleasing erodes your authenticity and leaves you feeling drained, unfulfilled, and overlooked. In 2025, it's time to recognize that you don't have to please everyone to be worthy of love and respect. When you live to please others, you lose sight of who you are and what you want. You say yes when you mean no, take on responsibilities that aren't yours, and tolerate situations that make you unhappy. Over time, this behavior leads to resentment toward others for taking advantage of your kindness and toward yourself for allowing it. People-pleasing can also rob you of opportunities to pursue your own goals and passions because you're too busy living for everyone else. Avoiding people-pleasing is about reclaiming your time, energy, and authenticity. The first step to avoiding people-pleasing is recognizing your worth isn't tied to how much you do for others. Learn to set boundaries and practice saying no without guilt. Start small, decline an invitation if it doesn't fit your schedule, or express your honest opinion, even if it might not be what someone wants to hear. Focus on relationships that are built on mutual respect and support rather than one-sided dynamics. Remember, saying no to others doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you someone who values their own needs and priorities. When you stop people-pleasing, you step into a life of freedom and authenticity. You begin to make choices that align with your values and goals rather than what others expect of you. Your relationships improve because they are built on genuine connections, not on the pressure to perform or conform. You also discover a deeper sense of confidence and self-respect, knowing that you are enough just as you are. In 2025, avoiding people-pleasing isn't about being selfish. It's about being honest, bold, and unapologetically true to yourself. Let this be the year you prioritize your own happiness and watch how it transforms every area of your life. Saying no is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your time, energy, and well-being. Yet many of us feel guilty about it, as if declining an invitation or turning down a favor makes us selfish or unkind. But here's the truth. Saying no is not about rejecting people. It's about respecting your own boundaries and priorities. In 2025, learning to say no without guilt is essential to living a balanced, purposeful life. You can't do everything for everyone, and that's okay. The guilt that comes with saying no often stems from a fear of disappointing others or being judged. We're wired to seek connection and approval, and saying no can feel like we're letting people down, but guilt isn't always an accurate reflection of reality. When you say no to something, you're not rejecting the person. You're simply being honest about your capacity. Remember, overcommitting and saying yes when you don't mean it only leads to frustration and resentment in the long run. Saying no doesn't have to be harsh or confrontational. You can decline politely and respectfully while still standing firm. Use phrases like, I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit to this right now, or thank you for thinking of me, but I need to focus on other priorities. You don't owe anyone a long explanation or apology. Be kind, but be clear. The more you practice saying no, the more confident you'll feel, and others will begin to respect your boundaries. When you say no without guilt, you create space for what truly matters in your life. You have more time to focus on your goals, nurture your well-being, and invest in relationships that uplift you. Saying no allows you to show up fully for the things you say yes to because you're not stretched thin or overwhelmed. In 2025, let go of the guilt and embrace the freedom that comes with setting limits. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It's an affirmation of yourself and your right to live intentionally and authentically. Confidence isn't about being perfect or always knowing the answers. It's about believing in yourself despite uncertainties and imperfections. It's trusting that you have what it takes to handle challenges, make decisions, and pursue your dreams. Confidence is not arrogance, it's quiet assurance. In 2025, empowering confidence means letting go of self-doubt and stepping boldly into the opportunities waiting for you. It's about owning your strengths, learning from your mistakes, and moving forward with faith in your abilities. Many people struggle with confidence because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of not being good enough. These fears often stem from comparing ourselves to others or holding on to past mistakes. But here's the